and we have found that the OSPS just simply means that they changed from as telecommunications rolled along from T.S.P.S. to OSPS.
Well, before so this is from around 1970 to like
Yes.
1984 when the breakup happened. I mean, these computers weren't here by the.
They were upstairs. Check this. That's our friend Linda. She has since passed away. But up on the 4th floor, it used to be nothing but these. The whole 4th floor.
Nothing but these.
Yeah. Unit 1 was all of these, and Unit 2 had the lower boards, but still, the cord boards. But
Up until around 1970 when they
correct.
changed to the electronic switchboards.
yes, they took these out and replaced them with
Electronic
these.
switchboards, yeah. And now, of course, like I said, these terminals were not here from 1970 to
Well,
1984.
the 70s are when, in fact, 1970, what did we decide? 73? It closed totally. There were hundreds of operators upstairs.
Right.
Totally closed down and went to Berrien. So the operators here lost their jobs, but they had to go find out wherever there were still positions where they hadn't closed everything down.
I
And
see.
now we have no idea where they are. They won't tell us. Where are you? Click. Somebody tried to do that, find out where they were. And, they weren't going to tell them.
There's not
But this
many.
made it easier.
Of
and
course.
It brought up on the screen.
Well, now like I said, this screen, this only after the breakup, after the divestiture, they did this, I guess, in transition because
Well, the
OSPS
was in
was
80s.
84.
Yes. By that
And then-
time, I was in Seattle training, because what we did is we changed from 3 states to 15. From
Yeah.
Washington, Oregon, Idaho, we
Right.
changed to 15
Became
states across the
Different
United
bill
States.
operating companies.
And the only thing that we had to sell as Bell was a new product called Centraflex. Centraflex was marketed to small business customers.
Like Centrex?
Yes, it was a cleaned up Centrex.
It was
Three-way
a digital
call
Centrex.
transfer, call
Maybe it was
forwarding.
digital Centrex?
That's funny. I don't know. All I know
Was
is
it-
I
were you
sat
with
in
this?
Seattle. I sat in Seattle training these people who would call in, and I would train them to press a button on their phone. I couldn't see their phone. Did they have a flash?
So now remember that this came out in about 1970,
Yeah.
up until the divestiture in 1984.
Right.
Of course, like I said, these weren't here. Now these TSPS operators, which is Traffic Service Position System, they did everything. The local, the toll, the long distance,
Right.
overseas, international,
Yes.
they did everything.
That's right.
The, coin calls and,
And
everything.
well, it wasn't just
billing.
them. The computers were there. In the late 70s, the computers came into play.
Right.
Didn't have the computers before that. So
Right. I mean, it was
computers, a lot of
electronic.
it was taken care of. They didn't have to do it.
Well, they had not like
direct
this. I mean,
dialing.
back in the 70s and 80s, they didn't have this until 1984. I think this was like before they got the OSPS,
Right.
which
TSPS was first.
and then OSPS is after the
Correct.
divestiture, which
It's
they
moved
had.
on.
AT&T had their own terminals, which was the OSPS system, and then the local bill operating companies had a TOPS, Traffic Operator Position System, which is a terminal. Also, they went to computer terminal based.
Well, this
know.
this kind of actually these positions would be positions where I needed more than just dialing the number.
Right.
Because I can just dial the number, but I needed something more. I wanted to bill it to a credit card.
Right. And how did they verify the calling card numbers back then, like in the 70s?
I don't know. I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
What did you
We
do?
trusted people.
Oh, I just played with phones.
Oh, so you didn't work for the phone company.
No, I just used to call the operator and,
Oh, that was you, huh?
Back when
yeah,
that was,
asking you if you had the.
Yeah. What time is it, operator? Yeah.
back when there were party lines.
No, that was before my time.
Oh, 'cause I had those, and I always thought, oh, this would be great. I'll be able to listen to what they're saying, what adults say. And how trusted adults are.
There's nothing under.
I wanted to. Oh, so they didn't have the thing with. Oh well, there's some things over here.
Telephone numbers.
But this is.
Frequently
There used to be.
called.
There used to be something over here like a. I don't know what they had, but this is the.
Well, this came from upstairs, so this is what they were using.
This was the multi-leaf folder. Now
Multi-card file.
there's not really much because they had everything. DDD, area codes,
Well, we had it way over here too with the old boards. It's just updated to
modern
show
switchboard.
Yep.
And this, this is,
Excuse me, ma'am.
here we go with the ma'am. I'll connect you. Oh, it's,
I didn't know.
I hear the crossbar switching. So this is,
Really? Whoa.
so some of
Did
the,
you do that? What did
well,
you
this
press
is not
when you did that?
connected.
Shouldn't be.
It's not connected.
What did you press?
I don't know.
How about start?
That's weird.
No. At least maybe Art's
Well,
needs
well,
help
it's
there.
not connected, is it?
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Now this. Oh, there's no display. Was this a Nixie tube? Oh, maybe it wasn't a Nixie tube.
Yeah, here comes Art.
Oh, Art, were you messing around with the phone?
Yes.
Oh, Art did it.
So there was. This was a Nixie tube display, and then they went to LEDs,
Oh,
and then they put the, the card, the
That's
card.
nasty.
multi-card file?
No, that's this.
Right.
The tickets that they used to fill out, they would put in here. It usually was over here.
Well, now, I did call our previous chief operator, and she said there were no tickets involved with these boards.
No, they were. That's what these are for. They used to be over here. They
Why
used to
did she
fill
say
out
that
tickets and, well, there's no tickets with the OSPS and the TOPS, because those were computer based.
Remington switchboard. This is something they went
That's
to.
probably from the. This is the old one from the
That's-
cardboard.
We went
That
from
this is the
paper-
predecessor. This is the
this.
predecessor to that.
Right.
So this
That was
is
before the computer.
yeah before, and then the 1970s they had this with the.
The hammer.
And like I was saying, by the 1970s, I was teaching it at
Now-
the customer's premise.
How is this connected? I mean, like, what did they? Oh, this is what they plug the earphones here.
So do you?
Do-
I'm real curious. Do you have one of these?
Do I have one of these?
You have, yeah.
No, I wouldn't know where to put it. This is the.
That's a
like an-
608 switchboard. Oh.
oh, is this? Yeah, this is the modern one. Yes, yes. Is it okay if David Daniels, in case there's a long distance call and does it here? Is it okay if David Daniels? Here we go.
Yeah, that didn't do it.
So let's see. So this is.
Try to file if you find it.
See, some of these were lighted, like the lamps would be like. It would be like, where's the coin and the incoming choice ring, back forward. Hold on, let me see. Okay, here's coin non-coin. See, this is non-coin. This is coin. These would like when the operator somebody would call, the operator would get, I guess, a zip tone. Is that what it's called? Like when you the tone that you hear, like.
You don't tell me. I never worked
Because
these,
when
but
when you call the operator, it goes "Kadoot," and then
indicating whether
when it was
phone or
yeah,
whatever.
and zero, whether the dial just zero, it would light up here. If it was not a payphone, if it was a payphone, it would light up here, and then if it was like
she
zero,
would know whether or not to collect money then.
right, zero area code and number, then it would light up here. It would light up here, and I don't know what the station is. So she would. Oh no, these don't press. These are just lamps that light up whether it's a payphone or not. So that's how you know. And this is post pay, which is
After.
when you have to deposit the coins after you deposit them. Then tone.
No, postpay was we had them put the coins in,
After the
but
party
we didn't
answers.
collect them
Until the party answers, right. That's inward operator and then verify. Obviously, I know what that's. Outgoing trunks, R&R. Ring forward and back. That's, I think, when they, like, called the payphone or something.
could be where we did it like this. I could ring them in the ear with ear.
Right.
Yeah.
Notify, charge due. See, these would light. It would say change due, charge due. Like when you call it, like when you
Yeah,
finish on a
hang
payphone with overtime, it would probably this lamp would light up, and then it would say the overtime, like deposit 25 cents more or whatever. Release back and forward, I don't know what that is. Make busy, that's when you're, like going on a break or something.
Correct.
Position transfer, if you have to transfer it to another position, I don't know, I guess. Automatic message accounting,
Way
skate.
to shut this one down and take the calls all over there, so they would be routed over there rather
Right.
than here.
Paid, like if I guess you're billing to a third number. Charge to my office, please. Pay. All right, 212-541-6200. Special call. I don't know what that means. Special call, then the auto collect, maybe direct distance dialing. No AMA. I don't know what that means. Keep.
Automatic message accounting would be AMA.
Right, yeah. KP rate step, like rate step, when, repeat, rate step, when. They would have to call a special number, and then I guess rate step 1 that you would look up in here, whatever the rate step is or whatever, to like find out what, how much the rate of a particular call or something. There's area codes, Plattsburgh, New York, 518, area codes, routes, area codes.
Had to have the right area code to get to the right part of the world.
Yeah, like country codes, they have Canada, here's Canada.
Yeah, those cost more money.
Right. International, here's rates. International 1 minute, approximately 16 cents. First minute, each additional. See, they had all this. Rates, basic. This is tax charge. This is for Coinbox calls.
It would be your payphone.
Right. What else? Basic rate. There's message rate service, AT&T interstate and ladder calls, rate. Here, this is a rate step. So when she dials for the thing and it says rate step 1, and then here's rate step 1, and then she would look up, and then in the after the breakup and after the divestiture, everything was on a terminal like this. Not on a
Right.
TSPS thing,
This
but
is what they're
AT&T
using.
had it
Right.
something similar, not this exact thing, but they would just look it up in their terminal.
But these weren't here then.
No, these weren't here then.
They were gone already because I'm just trying to think. Divestiture didn't happen until 1984.
Right.
I know where I was. I was in an office job because I wanted to stay with Ma Bell. I thought the worst thing I could do was drive to Seattle.
Right.
I didn't want to do that every day. And then after I got a job, and I'd been used to being out with the managers of companies, the owners of the companies, and making decisions, and there I was ripping orders. I thought, this is beneath me. I can't do this. So that's when I took the job in Seattle.
Right.
And that was 1984.
1984. And then I think,
But these were gone by then because it's the late 70s.
right,
These-
but this
right
was like,
before
and I
this.
guess the transition before, because AT&T got the OSPS system by like 1986, I guess, or 7. So while they were, I guess, designing that system or something, they had these things. Just,
They weren't here then.
Right.
They were, like I said, late 70s. These were gone. They went to Burien. They went from here to Burien. So anyone that was still an operator that wanted to keep their job, who was now working these boards here, they had to go to Burien. Or my friend ended up in Mesa, Arizona, because there were other places, but they weren't anywhere close.
I didn't realize OSPS was designed for 5 ESS switching.
Yeah, it's designed for digital. OSPS is for the long distance. And then TOPS, which is Traffic Operator Position System, is what the Bell operating companies use. That's for digital. This is all analog, electronic, like for 1 ESSs.
So when you say Bell, though, at Divestiture, we're no longer Bell.
Well, Divestiture was AT&T and then MCI and Sprint. They had their own systems. Each long distance company had their own systems. AT&T had OSPS, this system. That's the terminal, not exactly like this, but different terminals, but the same principle.
Well, like I'm saying,
And then,
they went to Burien. These things just disappeared completely from the fourth floor. There was nothing. There's nothing up there now. And well, there is, but not this kind of stuff. So mostly women that wanted to keep their jobs had to go elsewhere. Like I said, my friend ended up going to Burien, and then Burien closed, and she had a couple places to choose. She chose Mesa, Arizona. I think the other place
let's see what
was
year this
back
is.
east.
Is there a year? Oh, OSPS keyboard. Here, this is what the keyboard layout is of the, not this, but
So these might be T.S.P.S, but the books are OSPS, but all it was a furtheration of this.
right. Like I said, every long distance company had their own system. Like AT&T was the main one. They were the only ones that were able to do coin calls. MCI and Sprint didn't do coin calls. They only did alternate billing, like third number and calling card.
Yeah, but they used, you know what bothered me? They would, in the central office, they would give them a shelf to put their stuff on. In our building, but they were making money off of, that bothered me a lot. We want to be in business, so we'll go get Judge Green. Judge Green will make all these decisions, then we'll be able to make money using your equipment. That's what happened.
Merch call? Merch recall? What does that mean?
Mechanical.
Mechanical?
MECs would be
Oh,
mechanical.
mechanical recall?
I would think so.
Oh. Inward calls. Dial 121 for dialing assistance. Busy line, see, it had busy line verifications and emergency interruption. See, this couldn't do that. This never did that. Emergency interruptions, busy line verification. That only came with OSPS and TOPS. Dialing assistance, answering phrases, carrier AT&T, carrier local exchange carrier like 9X or Pacific Bell.
Very interesting. I've got to get Kathy up here.
Maybe you could call her.
She had a stroke. She seems to be okay. She can drive and everything, but
Mexico area.
she has to share a car.
See, this is like a transitional thing after divestiture.
Right.
Now these slots used to be over here, like one here, one here, one here. And they used to
Really?
put the yeah.
You've seen those positions?
I've seen them in. I could show you videos of them. Now, what happened to the display? I guess they.
Who knows?
Now, how were these connected? I'd like to know how they're connected. Like, how heavy is this thing?
Very heavy.
This is where they put their feet, I guess. See, see, all these cables are cut. It's like a telephone without,
Here's
the wires.
a win-back referral.
A ringback
I have a
referral.
customer on the line who is interested in returning to AT&T for his long-distance service. This is, and I gave him a number.
No, there's no, you can't see back there, but it's just blank back there. Oh, and by the way, this comes up. This, to service it, like, to fix it, I think this part comes out. Oh, no.
Well, I would think so if people had work on it.
Yeah, I wonder how they did that. Do you know how to do that?
No.
No, but I've seen a picture, a video where this comes up. This
You have to be able to get to the back of it too.
part comes up.
And we can't get to the back.
Of course.
You're in Seventh Heaven, aren't you?
You can't push these buttons. You can't push the red buttons. Oh no, you can push that one. You can push the yellow ones. Hold that. Collect. Third access. Let's see more of this. Emergency numbers. See? Wow. They had a have it before 911.
Well,
they had emergency numbers.
911.
Came out in 1970.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70s.
I got to go up and see Lisa, law enforcement something, is when they first put it in. That's when I was in marketing. That was pretty cool. Because before then, it was us. It was the operators. Everybody dealt zero. I have a fire.
Right.
Somebody shot somebody. We just ran over somebody. We just had an accident. And then we would have to connect them to fire or police.
Right.
Digital.
They didn't have the clock back in the old switchboard cordboard days. There's the clock and the dial phone. Everything was digital. I mean, it was Nixie tubes at first. The first generation. I don't know if this is a first. This looks like a first generation switchboard. But they had Nixie tubes first, and then eventually they went to, LEDs.
How'd you?
Oh, I know, because from watching videos, and I used to play with the phones and calls. I didn't work. I mean, I almost actually back in 1989. I almost became the TOPS operator in New York because they were hiring operators. So I don't know why I didn't use this for. Oh, this is there's the headphones, the headset, or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
This goes like that. Give it Daniels. See, look, they have submarines. You could call submarines. Well, I had lots of Singapore. Oh, this is international. Gee, all these countries. France with international. Oh, the international. Let's see, France. Let's see. The country code in Chile is. What does it say? I don't know. Austria. Time. That displays the time. Too bad the display isn't there.
Yeah.